Alright, so I'm going to go on to the continuation of the volcano one called a Final Emberforge. So let's go see what's going on with this thing in the middle here. Oh look, treasure chests.
Not bad. It's all yours.
Offer up the golden entreaties. Present the golden entreaties, chosen of dragons. Ignite the sacred flame to cleanse creation. Give. Enter the light. So once we're in there, we can activate the sacred flame and cure Kalur. That way he'll be able to grow up healthy, right? Rawr! Thinking back on it, we sure have done a ton of stuff on this journey, and cleared loads of trials created by that sage of the stolen flame guy. We even had a bust-up with Okkan, that super famous tyrant. Well, he turned out to be Coco in the end, not as bad as a guy as we thought. And come to think of it, all that Sage of the Stolen Flame stuff was kind of weird, but... heh, whatever, let's get going. Step into the light and let the sacred flame of the mountain cleanse all. The next part of the story is tightly connected. For the best experience, it is recommended you continue when you have ample time to complete it. Yeah, not a moment to lose. We'll just start some of it and then we'll come back to it later. I don't care if I pick it up later or not. Oh, it looks like we're doing a fight now. Learn the truth and make your choice. Wait. No one said anything. Didn't get to finish reading it. Oh, I have to fight this traveler. How do I fight this thing? At this rate, the disordered power will destroy your frail body utterly. Even so, you surprise me. Did not expect that you could use the power within your blood to such an extent without having received the proper guidance. Arr? Come, accept the guidance of the true sacred flame. Let the power bear you up, rather than use your body to bear this power. Come forth. Long have I awaited you, chosen of dragons. Dragonborn who braved the flame and returned. As light floats around you, the rampaging body with power within your body seems to circulate, submitting to the ever-shifting cycle. Your body seems to adapt to this change. It is just like the moment when you gained wisdom from the liquid phlogiston you immersed yourself in. Countless images flowed into your mind, following the circulating power, as if they are being reassembled and read out to you. Come, I have something to show you. The speaker's voice seems immeasurably distant, And after that, both your body and conscious fall into a white abyss. Open your eyes, descendant of the Flame Lord. I believe this is the second time I have formally met you in this form. Right? Wait, my voice is. And my body, too. You have briefly achieved the form of a mature dragon after your power was channeled with the proper guidance. Were that not the case, that savage strength would have warped your form. In an earlier eon, the Phlogistian rich soils that sustain Natlan were regarded by the Heavenly Reaver as a form of so-called holy soil phenomenon. They cast skynails down to destroy the land. We dragons boast extreme adaptability and evolutionary capacity, but this was used against us. Countless Dragonborn could only devolve so as to survive in present-day Natlan. But their bloodline has not changed. That which Zeocultul would not admit, the mark on one's horn would prove, for in the beginning it was through his horn that the Pyro Dragon Sovereign first transmitted flaming light and wisdom. So the removal of the blessing was a lie you made up. Only one of omission. If not guided correctly, this disordered power would indeed kill most Saurians who bear the blessing. The only question became whether we could control the blessing's occurrence or not. The answer was that we had a high chance of success. But you do not speak falsely even so. I did intend to use the human to unseal the volcano and use Chablanc's oath to have a human bring back the other golden entreaty, which is why I created the legend in the first place. And I would not name it an honorable tactic. Many are the great humans who have died for this cause. But you will understand in time that I no longer had any other choice. So, the so-called Chosen of Dragons refers to both the chosen dragon and the chosen human who brings the dragon here. It's just that once you were brought here, the human's duty had already ended. None but you remained to tread the final path. Huh? Wait a minute. Those words, they ring in my head. Why? Now you have mastered the way Dragonborn speak. A distant thing, indeed, from the brute cries of Natlan's Saurian kind. And if you willed it, you could have an intelligent being understand your words. Indeed, the phlogiston within your body and the information and wisdom passed down from antiquity through the primal flames will also begin emerging. You're the Sage of Stolen Flame? That is what the humans name me. Washihon Uba Khan, too, is also one of the many names I created. But Kukul Khan was... forget it. Though all names will very soon become meaningless. You may simply call me that for now. Strange. Feel like I've forgotten something very important. Confused? Well, it is quite normal to. After having reattained wisdom, be floated by the sea of information. But if you like to assuage your discomfort, allow me to change into a form you'll find familiar. Grrr. Well, what do you think? Quite convenient, no? Should you desire it, our transformative arts will reveal themselves to you with but a thought, though you will require the help of some little souls, too. It's fine. I'm happy the way I am. Fair enough. Forgive me for being presumptuous. That is how the story began, no? In that case, let us start this way too. Anyway, come with me. Where? Just... okay. The Reaver from beyond the sky once froze Zeocultul in lava, causing him to fall into false death. But when the Dragon King Nebelong descended from beyond the circles of this world, he was called forth by the abyss and awoken from his long dream. The Reaver annihilated the great black-winged lord at all cost, and at that moment, our fiery sovereign, who who had been steeped in the abyss, regained brief, tragic clarity. As he saw it, then, this realm, once ruled by wisdom's blazing light, now lay shattered. A land once suffused by primal flame was now corroded by the dark foe, cankered and covered head to toe in sores. Having himself become a breeding ground for darkness, his periods of clarity ever shortening, he knew not when he would become lost to senseless, twisted nothingness. In truth, in his final days, he may as well have restarted his false death for all the difference it made. All the while, his entire race began to had become a gaggle of squawking fools. Now that you possess true wisdom, I have little doubt that you, too, understand how it feels to be a changed being. And so Xiao used the last of the time and wisdom left to him to transform the Dragon City once more and create Xiaoten's Mima. And finally, Hospicocultal. I'm terrible with these names. The Natland Phlogiston Xian. Phlogiston something Phlogiston Array. Whatever. That is to say, a device that can transform all Natland into a land of only phlogiston, or only of matter comprised of phlogiston. Phlogiston is an atom upon which information may be transcribed, and is itself a form of comportorium, an element that can be used to imitate the essence of any and all things through the weaving of language. Iridescent inscription. This is why phlogiston can take on different forms and even switch between them, and this is also why you could see phantoms at the repair mechanism in the Chamber of Deliberation. Huzzlepuckle will burn everything, and all that information will be logged and replicated by the ocean of phlogiston units, turning all Natland into a realm comprised solely of primal flame. When that happens, the moment the abyss approaches, the astral assemblage created by the primal flame will automatically attach to them, using mutual annihilation reactions to consign our shadowy foe to oblivion. The abyss shall never again be allowed even to gaze upon this realm, but all the lives in that land. They will die by Huzzlepuckle's hand, or they can forsake their bodies and become pure phlogiston-based life forms. There shall be neither ley lines nor substantive bodies. We shall own everything, yet never again own anything. We shall be beholden to neither birth nor death. Perhaps even life's meaning shall become null and void to us. At that time, those dragons who have discarded their bodies and become phlogiston life forms shall become the rulers of the New World. That's terrifying. So I thought, too, when this plan was first revealed to me. At the time, I believed that should this come to pass, all life would simply become flickering, illusory shadows cast by a titanic torch. Having lost their bodies, we would be bereft of any possibility to continue evolving. But no Dragonborn who serves Xiao could refuse his orders. So I sought another path. Perhaps I should don another guise for this. Bona. Well, what do you think? Quite fascinating, no? Things such as this are easily possible through proper phlogiston manipulation by iridescent inscription. I kinda want to puke. Yeah, this is kind of fucked up now. What an interesting response. Alright, now let's head to Tanatu to search for that now non-existent Jade of Return, shall we? Ah, Tanatu. Now that is a fine name. Before the false sky enveloped the world, the city that lay beneath it could have rivaled Tolan itself. In those days, while in search of light in the pitch-dark outer realms, we set up a stairway? No, it might be more correct to call it a cable to reach beyond our skies. And before Oak Khan spun it around, We had been preparing to leave it beyond our orbit and use it to tighten the sky cable and anchor the later trajectory. Later, it was modified to become Tanatu. It was originally intended to have hung higher in the sky, and then my beloved son, Okan, hid a golden entreaty there. I once thought that through him I could discover how the one seated upon heaven's throne converted the ley lines into a girdle that defends the planet. I believed that once I understood the secrets of its operation, then I could use this method to merge the humans and dragon races, allowing dragonkind to use subtler means to resist our greater foe, the Abyss. And perhaps even allow the Dragonborn the right to once more glimpse truth beyond the skies. But you failed. Indeed, compared to the dragons, whose souls are more powerful and more uniform, the individual variation among human souls is far too great, and most of them are too fragile anyway. Ok Khan, his spirit was like broken glass. He flew all too close to the sun that he could become one with it, and close he got indeed, only to lose his shape as a result. He was also alike to my old self, and just as disappointing. Just like humanity itself. Perhaps I came into contact with them because I, too, once shared their frailties and harbored fantasies of overcoming the strong even in my weakness. And such a fantasy came true once, when Xbalanque seized upon Xiaokotl's weak point and slew him. A weak point, you say? Xiaokotl was the master of the First Flame, wielder of all light, heat, and wisdom. He controlled the primal flame and could even plunge his entire body into it. By all rights, at that time, there was no way he could have been harmed. If he had not modified one of his pupils to serve as a control hub for Huitzilopochtli, that is. Because he had to monitor and anchor reality using this eye, it became his sole weakness. That is how Xbalanque was able to take him down alongside himself. Wait, they died together? Yes, Xbalanque was undoubtedly slain at that time, but he was reborn then, and thus became the so-called God of Fire, the Pyro Archon. Perhaps he paid the price for this death, delayed, or perhaps this was part of the deal he had made with a certain entity all along. Whatever the case, he knew that Huskopotl was, and naturally, my alliance with him through Ok was meant to prevent its activation. Enter then the Golden Entreaties, the cable hub that would be used to reactivate this place, split in two between us for safekeeping. This is the tower that allows Huskopotl to cover all Natlan and anchor its area of coverage. Most of them were destroyed at Okon's orders, but their fragments served the same purpose anyway. They never imagined that the carrier medium was something far smaller and more delicate, to the point that even a single stone could contain iridescent inscriptions. Had they found out, my plan now would have been rendered impossible. On Tuata, a place where I stored the Golden Entreaty alongside this place. I once believed that humanity could create a civilization still more glorious. After Xbalanque's apotheosis, I even thought that they might avoid the dead end we walked into. So I decided to give them more time. But too many years have gone by. None amongst the tribe have dared, not since Okan, to establish a united empire. Until today, they lean on the authority of their so-called Archon like a crutch. They were unable to forge weapons for themselves to wield, such that their world might not be defended from all corrupting darkness. Their way of fighting against the Great Shadow still lies in their stale states of heroic valor passed from generation to generation. So consumed are they with the past that they dare not risk it all. Each time our foe strikes from the shadows, the slowly accumulated fruits of civilization are destroyed all in an instant, and afterward there is only the eternal cycle, or worse, inexorable devolution. The time I the time I granted as grace has lost all meaning as a result. Perhaps if I gave them a few thousand years more, perhaps several tens of thousands, they will create that glorious shining epoch, but my faith has run out. And waiting has become a luxury, whether it be for me or this once sealed sacred city. Come, the story is almost at its end. Let me witness your choice. Mine? Yes, chosen of dragons, I would hear your answer. I could have been doing this the whole time. It's faster. Behold, Hescopotl and its activation array. Bringing it to life this way, a shadowy Emmy may never again gain a foothold upon this place. And afterward, by the gradual expansion of the primal flame's power, just like when a complete bubble is blown within the leaking husk of an old one, perhaps the entire world shall become free from abyssal poison. But the authority over primal flame. When that land is fully phlogistonized, the very concept of life will be rewritten. That authority will then return naturally. Only draconic phlogiston life forms can wield this authority. As such, you can become the shaper of this new world. You can also become the Pyro Dragon Sovereign renewed. No, I suspect that any such rulership would be something entirely new, surpassing our traditional concepts. Then you shall reclaim all light, all heat, all wisdom, bringing order and great glory back to this realm, even to this world. Even if I do so means the end of evolution. Who knows? Perhaps there will instead prove the beginning of a new evolutionary cycle. Stepping on the path leading onward can be another form of bravery, especially when the alternative is infinite regression. Now then, choose. Activate Hazukultul. Draw near and then feel. Now then, choose. Activate Hazukultul. No, wait, Traveler. Oh my, and here I thought you wouldn't be able to remember them. Never mind how your mind now has at least 1,000 years worth of memories within it. I also intended for you to make your decision while having forgotten them. Traveler was never meant to have existed here, though of course it was precisely due to his aid that you were able to reach this place. He is, however, rather special, and maybe that the phlogiston of Natlan will not affect him. It may be? No one knows what will happen once it is activated. Perhaps there shall be no difference between you and me. Perhaps we shall both be destroyed. Perhaps he and that little emissary by his side will live. Perhaps they will not. Enough of that. Time is short. We do not have much excess energy left to also maintain those of our kind who have already become phlogiston life forms. If we do not obtain the authority over the primal flame in time, all shall soon perish, and once that moment comes, choice itself will be lost to us. Quickly, choose, O chosen of dragons. This is an omen of new life, and also the final entreaty. Entering trigger sequence. 3 rounds of confirmation will be required to either activate or deactivate the sweeping Skyfire, Sunquake. First confirmation. Are you certain that you wish to activate Hospital? Cancel activation. Results confirmed. Sweeping Skyfire activation sequence has been cancelled. Hospital has ceased operation. So, this is your decision, I presume. Why did you do it? I still believe in humanity, and I will not put Traveler and Paimon at risk. And yet you may not hold the same pride of place. Yet you may not hold the same pride of place in their hearts. Are they not adventurers who roam the world? Perhaps it was only out of charity or the desire to gain treasure or some other reward that they brought you here. Perhaps, in their hearts, they even harbor grievances against the nuisances you make of yourself, roaring this way and that as you do. What they think of me matters little. They, however, are important to me. That's what really counts. You have no idea what folly you have chosen, or what you shall now lose. There's still time, you know. I will not activate it. Even if the wisdom and power you enjoy will fade without the primal flame's aid. It was the fire I allotted to you that granted you that intellect. Yet, deprived of our primal source, we shall merely share the feeblest of flames between two meager matches. Soon, everything shall cease to exist, and you will lose both your strength and powers of speech. How will you tell your Traveler and Paimon of this world that you almost gained, yet in the end lost? They don't have to know about something as silly as this. Fool. You do not even know where they are, nor is there any way back from this place. If there isn't a way back to them, then I'll make one. Whoa! We're about to be trapped! Huh? Nothing happened? Wait, no. Did you save us? Kalor? Huh? Rawr! If you've grown this big, does that mean you've recovered? Could it be that... Be on your guard. The battle's not over yet. Oh, right. There's still that big guy. You have developed an unspoken synergy with your Typhlosaurus companion during your journeys together. When your foe launches powerful attacks, you'll be able to spot their weaknesses and fight back alongside your companion. It switched to Malvika. Phew, guess it's finally over. Oh, chosen of dragons, you have completed every trial set before you. The Flame Lord's blessing has been dispelled. Phew, guess it's finally over. The curse has been lifted. Hee, guess it's finally over. Paimon was gonna say, for you to have grown up this big, yet still be safe, Kalor. Could it be that fighting was just what we needed to remove the bloodline curse? Still, that Sage of the Stolen Flame weirdo didn't show up. Not even once. Maybe he already did. Did you see him, little guy? Oh. Wait, what's wrong? Were you hurt during the battle? Grrr. Chosen of dragons, I choose you after much deliberation. You have my thanks for all you have done. I have always believed in you. It's hard to say this. Traveler, never forget that I love you. Grrr. Hey, Clore, what's gotten into you? Hey, you're back to your normal size. Uh-oh, this whole place is shaking. Is the volcano about to explode? Or about to blow? Excuse me. Let's go, Clore. Let's get Clore out first. Right. Whoops. Can't forget his scarf. So, this is as far as the maintenance function goes. I thought your technical skills could have taken us a bit further. Still, I finally understand how you felt, Geocultal, my great brother. I now know what it means to come to the end of one's days. To yearn to see this one thing done, or to receive that single clear answer, and to be willing to do anything to accomplish these goals. I imagine you'd scold me. Why are the things I say and do always worlds apart? If I truly wished for a dragon to activate that system, I should not have raised them within the sacred city, teaching them to hate this world. Why did I send them to be by a human side? Perhaps, deep down, I still wished to believe. But look, isn't it wonderful? It made the same choice I made back then, and Okakan too, for that matter. My king, my elder brother, O Lord who gave me life on the day you yourself were born, you once said that in my final moments I would understand your desire. But it seems that on this point alone I cannot concede. Well, that was weird. All that shaking and all the volcano did was blow off just a little smoke. We ran ourselves silly just for that? Rar? Not that you had to run. We grabbed you and booked it. Still, you gave us quite the fright, fainting the way you did after that battle. Are you still feeling unwell? Rar! He sure he sure sounds like the worst is over. Anyway, so is that Flame Lord's blessing gone now? But Clore still has that mark on his head. Reach out to the little Teplosaur. As you reach out your hand, he stands up straight on his hind legs, rubbing his horn gently against your palm. The mark, red as flame itself, has dimmed and cooled, no longer concealing that faint warmth. It seems that whatever power it once had is gone now. Rawr! Paimon can't help but feel like you were a bit smarter while you were bigger just now. Now you're back to looking a bit silly. True, but he's our silly little guy. I like him just the way he is. Well, yeah, but still. Anyway, who'd have thought that we'd remove the Flame Lord's blessing, huh? We might just be on our way to writing ourselves a new legend. Hehe. All that adventuring's made Paimon hungry, though. Should we go get some blazed meat stew or maybe a little cake? Rawr, 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 rawr. You want to eat both? You greedy little Saurian. But today's the day to celebrate. So sure, let's go right now. And now it is complete. Probably completes everything now. Yep. My exploration is only 87%, so I'm probably missing something somewhere. Oh, looky. There's a ode to something. Rar. That's all it says is rar. That's cute. Oh, that was the thing and how to do the fight. That's all that was. I grabbed everything, so that's cool. All right, so that's going to be it for now, and I'll see you guys later.